All right. We are back for another episode of the Peace and Prosperity Podcast. And y'all know who I am. I'm getting right into it. So, today we are going to talk about how to date with confidence. Now, this one comes up because a lot of times I'm talking to men and sometimes women too, and they're not sure how to get back out there and really do it in a way that they feel comfortable, where they can believe in their dating abilities. So we're going to talk about this. Uh, and I want you to make sure you stay to the end because I'm really going to break it down in a way that you can have some practical things to do and not feel so overwhelmed with dating. And also, how do you date and really feel like you're doing it the right way or in a way that you feel good about? So, the first thing I want you to do is make sure that you assert yourself. Sorry, y'all. I'm excited about this one because this is a topic that it comes up so often, especially for my brothers. I want you to assert yourself. What does that mean? That means if you're dating somebody and you know you're feeling them, you know you want to take it to the next level, speak up. Like, don't feel like you have to wait on that person to give you the clues or the signals or all the signs. Like, no, go ahead and really say what you want, mean what you say. And when you do it, I want you to take inventory of how does your voice sound? Like, are you clear? Are you direct? Uh, how is your body language? Are you looking, is your head down, or are you really saying it in a way where that person hears you and they feel you and they know that when you say it, you really do mean it? So let me give you an example. If you're dating somebody and they say, hey, when are we going to hook up or when are we going out? If you're going to be assertive, this means that you're already scheduling the date, you know, the pickup time, where y'all eating at, the place afterwards. You got it all laid out. And you do this because you know that what you're doing is the right thing. Like you're not second guessing, oh, is she gonna like this or is he gonna be, feeling me in this way? Like, no, I want you to do it and do it boldly. One, people always respect confidence, but then you also will feel better about yourself when you do that. So don't wait on somebody else to give you all of these signals. Go ahead and step up and do it yourself. The second thing that I want you to do, this one is probably even more important than the first one, honestly, but you have to heal the past trauma. Now, I know you like, Jason, where you going with this? We talking about dating with confidence, and here you go talking about past trauma. Well, this is the thing. You're not going to be able to really have healthy relationships with the new person if you're still dealing with all the old baggage from those previous relationships. Like, think about it. You're trying to start something new, build fresh. But all the while, this person is triggering you and reminding you of all the things that she used to do that you thought you forgot about. So every time she, says something or says something to you the wrong way, or she gets a little emotional in how she's talking to you, you're like, oh, here we go again. But no, this is really, it's not here we go again. It's that you haven't dealt with the relationship that you were in before. So you're carrying all of that over into this new relationship. It's not going to work. What you're going to find yourself is in a new relationship, but dealing with old problems. So you have to start to really heal those past wounds and don't bring that into the new situation. Because trust me, it's going to show up and then you're going to be blaming that person, feeling like, oh, well, she's just like the last person I dated. No, what's happening is you're finding yourself dating the same person over and over again because you never healed from the relationship 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It could even be like a college relationship that you still have not worked through and processed. So don't try to get into something new until you've healed the past wounds. And this shows up all the times in couples. Couples will come in and say that, their partner is hurting them in this way, or they talking down to them and this is a trigger for them, which it very well may be. But it's also compounded because you never addressed it from when you were a child and it didn't go right with your parents, or when you had a previous relationship and that didn't end well. So you just been trying to push through, push through, push through, and you feel like, well, I can do it, but you can, but how is it working out for you? So take the time to heal those past wounds. It doesn't mean that you can't date or you got to put your whole life on hold. But what it does mean is that you're now not only dating with confidence, but you're dating responsibly. Like when you show up into a new situation or you're dating somebody new and they say, well, why you been, you get the question, why you been single? Well, I took some time out to work on me. How does that sound? Like, doesn't that sound like if you were dating somebody, wouldn't you want that person to say that they were, introspective enough to say, you know what, let me not bleed my old wounds on you, but I'm going to actually take the time out to address it. Like, I'm going to get myself into therapy. I'm going to work on myself personally and professionally before I get into a new relationship. Like, you get a lot of cool points for doing that. I know we ain't heard cool points in a minute, but what I'm saying is it's a good look. So sisters and fellas, heal the past trauma before you get into a new relationship. All right. Number 3, you have to trust yourself. I've said it before, but I'm going to continue to say it because what can happen is when you start to date or you're dating again, you may feel like, well, I don't know how to show up. I messed this up last time. It's going to happen all over again. So now when you have that type of self-talk, you're just shooting yourself in the foot every time. You're self-sabotaging. And it also says that you don't trust that you can be great in a new relationship. You have to trust yourself because if you don't, your confidence is going to look like this. Like if you get, I know some of y'all listening, but it's going to look real small. It's going to look like you don't have any confidence because you're showing up like this. Like, you got your head down. You're talking low. You're not even dressing appropriately. When I say appropriately, I mean, you're not letting yourself and your personality shine through. Like if you're going to date with confidence, you're going to have to go all in. Meaning you got to first bet on yourself. Why would somebody else want to take a gamble with you? Because that's really what it's going to be, right? They're going to gamble with you and you don't even trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself to put all your chips on you, nobody else would either. Like that would be a foolish bet. So put yourself in a position where you show up with the confidence, you trust who you are, you know who you are, because the more you know yourself, you're going to be able to trust yourself, and all of that is going to shine through in the first date, the second date, all the way to marriage and kids, if that's what you're looking for. But when you don't trust yourself, you're going to show up in a very timid manner. You're going to be walked over. You're going to not be able to make decisions. Oh, where are we going next? I don't know. It's not a good look for a dating relationship or just in general. So really start to put do the work that you have to do so that you can trust yourself and you can do it with confidence. The next thing I want you to do when we talk about dating and dating with a great sense of confidence, you have to set standards. Meaning you're not just dating any and everybody, right? Because I think sometimes, I'm going to lay back on this one. I think sometimes we feel like that, well, if the last relationship didn't work out, I just got to take what I can get. And if you listen to the podcast, you're not a take what you can get type of person. So if you're not a take what you can get type of person, Why are you getting into a leftovers type relationship? That don't even sound right. You're just taking the scraps, meaning you're dating just whoever instead of going for somebody. And I'm gonna put on the scale, but instead of going for that person who you feel like is a 10 for you, you're like, well, I don't deserve a 10, or I don't, my standards, I want a 10, but, and instead you're just dating 5 2s and you're going to add them all up to be a 10. Like, no, you're wasting your time and you're wasting that other person's time. Set your standards. If you want somebody who can match your energy, because that seems to be the thing now, you got to match my energy. You got to match what I'm doing. Say that. But then you got to make sure that that energy, you're coming with it too. Or else if you're kind of dating low like that, then that means that's how you feel about yourself. You want a 10, but you acting and showing up like a 2. It's not going to work. It's not. Which really brings me full circle to the last one. If you're going to date with confidence, you have to step your game up. What does this mean? This means from the moment that you set the date, be at a nice place, a nice restaurant, somewhere where you feel comfortable talking about it. Because sometimes I think we do things and we don't even feel comfortable sharing our experiences because we know it was trash. Like, we know we didn't put enough energy into it. So we downplay everything. No, step your game up. Also, when it comes to, how you show up, not just personality, but even in your dress, your appearance. Make sure you well groomed, you're manicured, smelling good, looking good. Put some energy and effort into it. When you start to do that, people around you will have no other option but to respect you. And you're going to feel like, oh, I deserve that respect. I've earned that respect. So now let's break it down. If you're dating with confidence, number one, you have to be assertive. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is you're not playing small no more. You're actually saying this is what I want, and I'm going for it. I'm being vocal about it. Number two, you have to heal past trauma. You cannot just keep hopping from relationship to relationship to relationship and thinking that if you have wounds from those past relationships that you don't address them. Like, that's ignorant to think that. And you're doing yourself and that other person a disservice. Number three, you have to trust yourself. Meaning at this point in time, if you don't assert yourself, you don't set those standards, how are you going to trust yourself? If you're not willing to bet on you, meaning that you don't even trust you, how would somebody else trust you? It starts within, right? So if you need to give more to yourself, do it. Number four, set the standards. Stop being upset when you say you want something, but then you don't put in the work to go get it. Like, you're dating below what you want, and that's because you're not feeling comfortable and confident to attract who you want. Be that person first. Which, number five, you gotta step your game up. Don't play around with it. Maybe you feel like, well, I want a person who can provide for me, but can you provide for yourself? Do you need more education? Do you need a promotion? Do you need, to get your side business really going? Whatever you need, go ahead and be aggressive with that. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Playtime is over. So if you want to date with confidence, now is your time. I would advise you, go listen to the previous episodes with Dr. Jack. She's great. Go check her out. But be willing to do the work on yourself. All right, y'all. As always, be blessed. Peace.